Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jonathan back again with the weekly scuffle, and I'm here to talk about AJ versus Daniel Dubois and how I see this fight going and how I think both these fighters fare against each other and their attributes. And honestly, I think it's gonna be a great fight. But at the same time, AJ 20 wins, 25 of those by way of knockout, with only 3 losses, one being the KO loss to Andy Ruiz. While Danny Dubois, 21 wins, 20 knockouts. He's got power, he's young, he's hungry, but the 2 losses are very, very interesting because they are, of course, to Usyk and to Joe Joyce. The Usyk fight, I personally thought it was a low blow, but that's neither here nor there. I think at the end of the fight, it kind of showed the levels that Usyk had on Dubois, and I don't think that's any sort of slight against Dubois. Dubois is still young, and compared to a lot of these top heavyweight guys, I wouldn't be surprised if potentially Fury retires, Usyk retires, AJ retires, and then Dubois becomes a unified, maybe undisputed champion in the future. He's definitely gonna have wars against these up and coming guys, especially the British guys and Fishers and Natama. But with that being said, I think AJ is really he's really hitting his peak right now. I think him and Ben Davidson are an absolute match made in heaven. I think AJ had some improvements in the second Usyk fight, and I still don't think he was peak AJ. I think him with Ben Davidson, he's really finding his power shots. He's really finding how to be a boxer, but use his attributes in the proper manner. And I think that's gonna show in this Daniel Dubois fight. Some people are saying this is the biggest test, but I'm not quite so sure. Otto Wallin, Francis Ngannou, you put those guys in with Daniel Dubois. I'm not saying Dubois won't beat them, knock them out eventually. I just don't think he does it in the way AJ does it. I think AJ is more of a tactical and skilled boxer while having similar power levels and physical attributes to Dubois, and of course having the experience factor above him. And of course, that does mean I am picking AJ to win this fight. Not that I'm not giving Daniel no chance, but Daniel has yet to prove it to me in the top level where the going gets tough. Can you survive? Can you make adjustments? In the Hargrovich fight, he got hit with a lot of right hands. That's the main thing a lot of people have been saying coming into this fight. You can't eat those shots from AJ. So can he make those subtle changes? Can he really show the world that, hey, I'm an improved boxer. I could hone my craft and improve my skills in order to match someone like AJ and overcome that challenge. But sadly for Dubois, I definitely think AJ is on an absolute wrecking path right now. I could see a world where AJ with Ben Davidson really beats Dubois, either fights the winner or loser if they want to make Fury versus AJ that bad of the undisputed clash. And then AJ potentially fights Usyk in the trilogy and potentially wins that fight. I could definitely see that happening. Granted, I think he definitely has to get through Dubois first. I think Dubois might be, I don't want to say quote unquote boxer because I think Otto Wallin definitely has some skills, but like the combination of boxing and power that Dubois brings along with his youth, I think that could definitely be a challenge for AJ, more so than a Francis Ngannou or Robert Hananius. But that being said, I think AJ does come out on top. I think his experience and technical abilities, and of course his power, come into play, and he wins. Honestly, I would say round seven. I think round seven is really the sweet spot for me. You know, one thing could definitely change this is if Dubois does manage to land a solid shot and actually like rock AJ the way that Ruiz did. But AJ before that has shown that he could take very, very hard power punches against people like Vladimir Klitschko. So it's gonna be very interesting to see this all play out. But with that being said, we'll see how all this plays out and see you next time.